Hello, Caniacs, and welcome to another edition of me talking about stuff. I'm coming to you this evening from snowy and cold ass Kansas, where the only thing colder than Kansas is my marriage. I kid. It's cold out there everywhere, including my marriage. So I'm coming to you from Heavy Hitters 2, where I have been absent for a while, taking some time off. But the dudes here in the Deuce have been working hard at developing some nice strategies, and had some very strong success here in their most recent war against Azerbaycan. Let's get into some of these. I'm going to show you here against Azerbaycan. We have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 7, number 10, and I think 13 because I lost count. Nope, that's a 10. So 7 3 bombs in their top 12. Those are all Town Hall 11 bases with chicken guns in place. So very strong attacks indeed. Not necessarily the strongest targets, I will admit, and I think my homies would too. This guy has been focused on Infernos and X-Bows and his defense, and not so much walls, but nevertheless, it's a Town Hall 11 with a chicken gun in place, and all 4 X-Bows and maxed Infernos, or Golden Showers, as I like to call them, and Heroes a little on the soft side, but still. Then let's absolutely give credit. I mean, that was the number 10 ranked opponent. So up at the top, we have a much stronger opponent with heroes in the 40s, a maxed Warden. So certainly not an easy target by any means. So let's get into some of the things that they're doing. I've not necessarily studied these a whole lot because, quite honestly, I'm trying to figure it all out myself. But let's see here. Let's go with number 10. We've got Chris going up against some guy named, what's his name? Rasad. Oh, it's Mr. Pink and Purple Walls. They're so adorable. Single Infernos. And not typically a good idea. But let's see what Chris does to counter the single Inferno risks. So just comes with an easy minion there to take out a couple of things out at the front end. Things that are out of reach of any defenses within heroes. Let's see. And then he's coming up top and he's drawn the clan castle with something. I didn't catch it, so just whatever it was. Clan castle's drawn, and now it's lured over that way. Here comes the heroes to take out some things. So, focusing with this kill squad, the old school kill squad that still works pretty well at Town Hall 9. It has not really worked very much at Town Hall 11 that I've seen until here recently. And he's throwing in this kill squad, and he's going to take out quite a few of the defenses. He's not quite going to get all of that Inferno Tower, but he did manage to take out an air defense. And he kind of set a path for some of the other things to come in. So here comes the Loons and the Hounds. And that Hound's going to pop with that single Inferno, but that's going to kind of help because then there's still, a lot of the pups to do some work against some things and draw the attention of defenses while the Loons go around. But the Loons are just kind of circling around. I think air has been buffed quite a bit here recently, so You know, a lot of people I think are seeing a lot of success. I know defensively I've seen a whole lot more air attacks on me than in the past. I can't figure out air myself. A couple loons saved at the end to come in the backside while that whiz tower is focused on one side. Things come in from behind. And, you know, I gotta admit, I like to come in from behind. Maybe that's some of my marital problems, but, so now everything's pretty much down. All the defenses are out. Because I like to sneak up from behind and scare. I'm a jokester. I like to scare. God, what are you guys thinking? So there was Chris. Now let's see here what we've got. we got old Titan coming in. There was one that I wanted to see from Titan that was fun to watch here. I think it was this one. No. Not that one. Let's go into this one here. It's a little bit different tactic here. It's a common base we've seen frequently, but he comes in with some loons up at the top and then 4 air golems, and I don't know, you call that a Chinese wall or something for the loons, just surrounding and really enveloping the base. And comes in, he's got 2 freezes, freeze up them Inferno towers as things are making their way through. Just really kind of overpowers the defenses, throw mass numbers at them, and let them do their work with some haste spells. It's the kind of thing that I've tried to do in the past with air, and it has never worked. But it worked excellently here. Now, it seems like it's starting to peter out. He's got some pups. Just now does he bring in the heroes. And so the pups and minions, they're going to go down. There's still 2 air defenses and whiz towers, 3 whiz towers, so not going to get a lot much more out of those pups and minions, but saved those heroes for the cleanup, which and they did work. They just plain did work. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Finally pops the King's Rage, and he just goes around clearing out those things. And the Queen coming in, he's still got 2 minions. Luckily, the King takes out that air defense at the end. Not that it was probably needed. Not saying luckily in that regard, but you know, it allowed him to send those minions so he didn't get accused of being a troop hoarder at the end. And let's see, so we've got Shadow Ghost here going up against number 4. Not a very uncommon base, again, sort of mid-level heroes. But this is the one that a lot of guys, or some of the guys, have been seeing some success with, is a kill squad with a golem and a jump right up in the front, aimed at an air defense near the outside, hopefully drawing the clan caster as well, maybe a hero in this case. He's got all 3. And the bowlers went off key. They got a little bit of artistic license on their deal. But the King's going to take out an air defense at least. And probably this Inferno Tower. So, and the Clan Castle troops are out. So, you know, from there, it's, you know, pretty, looking pretty good. So, here come in some air golems again. They're focusing on one air defense at a time. And the chicken gun is attacking them. It's shooting them because they are the majority of the HP clumped up there, which is not necessarily a bad thing because they can, one, take a lot of the brunt of that, much more so than the balloons can, but also because it's going to help them pop a little bit and get those hounds out to do some more spread damage. So what's interesting is in all of these attacks, as is typical with these air attacks, is you've got a lot of balloons circling around the base, taking out the air defenses, and then you have to have those cleanup troops. And whether that was heroes in what's his name, Titan's attack, or whether it's relying on minions or lava pups to take out some things, if you don't have that happen, you're screwed for sure. But Shadow Ghost was not screwed. Not screwed indeed. So let's see, we're going to see what happened here in number 6. Oh, Stasgiven effects. We'll just call him Stas. He went upstream and he got his win. Good job, Stasgiven effects. So now here we got number 1 and 2, taken on by Dev 421. Both of which were similar attacks. We'll just focus on the one. Dev 421. Yeah, it's a base. He identified the chicken gun over here on the left side, as well as an air defense. And the queen. So he's going to throw in his kill squad again with just a jump to get in as quickly as possible. He's got some bowlers. He's got some heroes. I think he had some golem, maybe giants. I don't think it was a golem. I think it was giants. And he's going to get in and he's going to take out that chicken gun. He's going to take out the air defense. And the queen's already long gone. But notice he didn't get the claim castle there. So, you know, I mean, sometimes you can't get them all. Sometimes you go with it. You gotta take what they give you. And he might actually, I think he's gonna get a second air defense there, so that's good. The claim castle pops and it's a dragon and a mini drag. The balloons come in, circle around. Notice he saved some for backside, kind of filling in as he goes. Always a good safe bet. 9 haste spells, which is helpful for balloons. Saves a lot of space over all those rages. Doesn't help him on the defense, or rather on the damage points, but balloons don't need a whole lot of damage point help. And before you know it, all of the defenses are gone. And he's got just a bunch of stuff shooting at now all these balloons had to come all the way up to this mortar tower over on the right. That took a lot of the time off of this attack, clearly. But speed it up. What have I always told you about? 2 times. Everything should be done 2 times, even 3 times. Yeah. We need a 3 times deal in this game. Anywho, so things are making their way through, taking out all the stuff, all the junk. The balloons went back and forth to get that final mortar, but they got him. And so that was that one. Now, I'm going to show you this final one because it was a little different mix. And so this is your typical square boxy base. Again, jumps to get in. He's going to use a couple whiz this time to set a little bit of whatchamacallit, a funnel, if you will. Here come the heroes. Bowlers taking stuff out. Queen is just about, Queen's down. Air defense is down. And Claim Castle is drawn. Notice no poison. Why bother with poisoning the Claim Castle if you're just going to shoot? Poison is the lady's weapon. So the witch comes... the queen comes in. She's taking out... she took out 1 expo. She's going to take out 2 expos. Doing work. Just a miraculous young lady. And on the opposite side now that all that stuff's over on the right, here comes the stuff on the left. And Loon's taking things out. I'm amazed at their dexterity here against multi-infernos. Mine don't ever seem to last that long. Again, my wife says the same things. That mine just don't seem to last as long. Again, she's talking about balloons in the game. Jerks. Bunch of jerks. So, there they are. There it is. Another fine, solid attack that Dev will not shut up about. I swear to God, he's gonna get... Someone asked him why his name's Dev421, and I swear to God, the 421 is the number of days he's gonna get out of this 6-star war. He's just gonna be milking this damn thing for 421 days, guaranteed. So, a solid attack, and to give him proper dues, let's go see... oh, his warden hit that darn freeze bomb. Ooh, freeze bomb, what a great idea. Let's see how long that took him, that attack. 2 minutes and about 17 seconds. Solid. It's not as though it's taking the full 3 minutes like a Queen Walk would. So, very strong attack, very quick, very efficient. And even though balloons are slow as hell, let's see how long this one took him. That one took him a little bit longer. Took him 2 minutes and 42 seconds. But remember, balloons went from the bottom all the way back up to the right, and then all the way back down to the bottom. So that's going to add some time. So good stuff from the Deuce Heavy Hitters 2 against Azerbaycan. And Godspeed, good luck to you, Caniacs, and God bless.